begins the opening tap. Off we go from Abilene, Texas. And I don't believe they started the clock quick enough. It's been a theme the last couple of weeks in here. They get the clock switched to the correct time. So it's this Howard Payne team in Division III out of the American Southwest Conference on a 3-game losing streak. They are 3-9 as we mentioned, but 2-5 in the American Southwest Conference. And there is their starting 5. So no House in a lineup. Balu, Godfrey, Brown. You'll see a lot of Frederick Watts inside the 6'2" graduate guard as well. Brown's got it, an early post feed to Ritter. And then that 3 is offline from Godfrey. There's the starters for ACU. Damian Daniels making his 4th start, replacing the injured Corian Mason. And then there's Miller and Morris. Very veteran-heavy lineup. The junior Simmons inside, and the sophomore Cameron Steele.
Well, I wouldn't complain if I had Damian Daniels thrown into my starting lineup at all.
Good one to bring off the bench, typically, and a good one to insert in the lineup if you have to as well. Makai Morris with the game's early basket. We were going to highlight him as one of our kind of keys and players to watch here today for ACU.
Very good player, high-scoring, high-volume player.
And a steal for Reggie Miller. Defense, offense, Miller to steal.
Easy money there from Miller to steal.
Well, we've seen it, and we've talked about it all season when we do Abilene Christian games. The strength, no question, is their defense, giving up 63 points a game, forcing 23 turnovers. That stops in the country. It's a 3, and it's from Miles Brown, no good. ACU playing in their final non-Division I game of the season. Entry pass to Arion Simmons. He will shoot a couple of free throws. Basically just one of those tune-ups. They're in the midst of this 8-game homestand and getting ready for conference play, which is coming up at the end of December.
Well, Howard Payne, of course, a tune-up game, but you look at this ACU team, they've had a lot of Division I come in here. Impressive winning streak at home for the Wildcats.
No question, yeah. To your point, beating teams like Incarnate Word, Drexel. They're coming off of a win against Cal State Bakersfield on Wednesday night, a very defensive game between two great defenses that ACU won it 69-59. Early free throws from Arion Simmons and a 6-0 start for ACU. Out of bounds. Turnover number 3. Brett Tanner. And Coy, this guy takes over the program after a longtime assistant under Joe Golding. He's been spectacular, off to a great start.
Was one of the big parts of Joe Golding's coaching team. Of course, easy transition for him to come in here and start. Easy transition for the players.
Offensive rebound, put back jam, Cam Steele. Couple of early baskets. Corner 3 airballed from Reese Ritter. Loose, and we look at the other side. And Nadir Dalla, the first-year head coach of Howard Payne, hired in May, spent the last 5 years as the head coach of Brownwood High School. A couple of district championships there. So Brownwood, Texas, the location of Howard Payne University. 101 wins up against 52 losses in his time with Brownwood High School. Started at Coleman High School in Coleman, Texas, and is a graduate of Howard Payne University.
West Texas boy.
Steele got two early layups or a layup and a dunk inside, then missed the 3. An 8-0 start. Oh, Errant dribbling. Daniels steals it. He'll lay it in transition. The first 10 for Abilene Christian.
Clean transition there for the Wildcats off the steal. Good defense as we've always seen.
And that really starts their offense, doesn't it, Coy? That's one thing I think we've seen a lot. Even though this is a team that can score the ball, it just feels like it always starts on that defensive side.
Well, those fast breaks are a big part of it, getting off the steals, grabbing a pass, going through the air. Great defense, something that Howard Payne's going to have a lot of in their ear today.
Jaron Godfrey's going to kick it to the corner, and the first points of the day for Howard Payne and Reese Ritter. A corner triple. Half-court set, back to Cameron Steele. Goes to work inside. Standing at 6'8", Reggie Miller's got it. Extra passing, and Daniels, no. Looking for a three-pointer. Damian Daniels is shooting it just 2 now for 22 on the season from the three-point line. Here's a foul defensively on Abilene Christian.
Daniels, a guy who, a bit of a sharpshooter past few years for the Wildcats, someone that you see not struggling like this from beyond the arc usually.
ACU literally subs everyone out and puts 5 new players in the game. Let's see if we can clarify who's out there in white now for ACU. It is a 3 from Godfrey. Jaron Godfrey, a sophomore from Dayton, Texas. Jay-Sean Jackson's going to bring it up for Abilene Christian. Tobias Cameron, Logan McLaughlin, Emmanuel Allen, and Uwat Guy are the 5 on the floor. Here is Logan McLaughlin. His three's no good. It's tapped out to Jackson for a second look. Chance to run for Brown and company. And Ritter's not going to have much space to kind of just get you guys ready, stay healthy. The evaluation process can be strange sometimes because you want to make sure you execute, you want to make sure you play well, and you know you're probably going to win the game by at least 30 points. It can be kind of weird sometimes.
Well, you look at Howard Payne, just south of Abilene, someone they've brought up here, did it last year.
Offensive foul. No one takes charges better in America than Abilene Christian.
Why not let it use it to your advantage?
Emmanuel Allen taking that charge. ACU scores at 82 points per game. That is top 20 in the country. Part of it's been this three-point shooting. Allen buries one. He's shooting it up near 60% from 3 for the year. 63% shooting from the three-point line this season for Allen.
Great player, Emmanuel Allen, really established himself this season.
That three's going to bounce in. A little friendly roll for Miles Brown, the sophomore out of Houston, and a transfer from Eastfield College. Uwat Guy, first touch on offense for big number 34, standing at 6'11". Back door, Jay-Sean Jackson's going to draw a foul on a reverse attempt.
Really aggressive drive at the basket there. Went up there, got what he wanted, though, got the foul.
There's a lot to like about this freshman out of San Antonio. From what we hear from Brett Tanner, just how talented he is. He was named the San Antonio Express News Player of the Year, was a state runner-up in high school at one point in his career, and won a state championship a couple of seasons ago. His dad was a basketball player at North Texas. Jay-Sean Jackson.
Early on, looks like he's blended very well here into Brett Tanner's offense and defense.
Yeah, from what we're told, a bright future indeed for number 2 in white. A 15-6 start. Ritter was driving baseline. Here comes McLaughlin and the Wildcats. A little out of control, and he's going to shoot 2. It'll get bailed out by the foul on Jalen Ballou. And so McLaughlin to the line.
Foul number 4, Jalen Ballou, his first team.
Boy, this Abilene Christian team is deep too, right? They can. I mean, you saw them bring 5 men off the bench, and that's not just for a game like this. They'll play 10, 12, 13 guys a night.
Well, I mean, you look at this team in the past, who they've lost in the past few years. You got to be excited. You got a lot of young players here that are playing very effective, getting a lot of minutes early on in their college careers. As you said earlier, esteemed high school players, junior college transfers. Great stuff to see.
It's a mix of everything, and McLaughlin good for a couple and a 17-6 lead for ACU. That starting five's ready to return for ACU, and Miles Brown hits a triple.
Clean open shot there for Howard Payne.
All three of their baskets are three-pointers. Usually in a game like this, with the teams from that level, you're going to have to hit 23s to stay in a game. Here is a steal. Well done by Balu. Chance to run. Not going to be a lot of that. But a three for Brown. That's short. Can they hit another one? This is Miles Kaler, junior from Athens, Texas. First-year Howard Payne player after transferring from Kansas Wesleyan University. Jackson draws the foul, and that's going to go on Maliki Gillum. .13.5 mark, and 5 subs back in for ACU.
Bring your whole bench in, bring your whole starters back in, back and forth.
Is this hockey or basketball? Daniels, oh, he had it stripped. Good hands there from Kaler. Now this ball's free, poked around. Who's it off of? It's going to go and stay with Abilene Christian. They'll have 7 to shoot it.
Great effort there from Makai Morris to get to the ball, maintain ACU's possession.
So we'll see what they have in store with 7 on the shot clock. Plenty of time to get a look. Morris gonna do it himself off the glass.
Great hook off the glass from Morris. Guy that can really produce points when you need them.
Balu with the hedge from Steele. Tried to get it to Malachi Gillum, and it's well high and out of bounds.
These early possessions from Howard Payne, you've seen them really struggling with this ACU defense, trying to be aggressive and making short mistakes like that, missing open men.
Daniels with the finesse off the glass, no good. Miller's open. Take that step back. The three's offline. Blocking foul on Simmons. Jacob Helzer's going to check in. Nope.
Into the game, number 21, Matthew Hammond.
Rather, number 21, not number 2. Matthew Hammonds is going to check in. A freshman out of Glen Rose, Texas. Nice back door. Hammonds, pass picked off. Morris is fouled by Balu.
You said it earlier, ACU really likes to use these fouls as much as possible, draw as many as they possibly can. Seen it early on, taking quite a few shots, and also gotten a good start of possession.
Tobias Cameron, that is Steele cutting.
Interesting point though, Howard Payne using the arc, going beyond, getting those shots and making them majority of the time. High volume, high score.
It's a 2+ minute now scoring drought for Howard Payne. See where these Yellow Jackets try to just find some type of open look. So hard to do against one of the nation's best defenses at this level. Miller got the steal.
Zach, it's hard to score in a sea of white out here.
Cameron. Oh, it drops down. He's really shot it well, in particular in his home gym in the Teague Center. Tobias Cameron.
One of the longest tenured players on this Wildcats team. Someone who comes off the bench very explosively for them.
Yeah, 5th year at the program, redshirted in the 2017-18 year. Long three there on the left side from Watts is offline. Cameron against Incarnate Word was the one in that 98-65 win. He had 17 points and hit 5 threes, which is a career high. He's got one here today.
If he can get him beyond the arc, he can also dunk on you, so be careful.
Yeah. Seen that a couple of times this year. They'll skip it. It is a corner three. Lined up. That's where the points have come from for Howard Payne. Matthew Hammonds, 12 points, 4 3-pointers. Oh, and then Daniels lost it into the arms of Miles Kaler. He'll step back. Got a plethora of lefties in this game, which really makes me feel good as a lefty.
Feel appreciated today, Zach.
Daniels trying to take on Hammonds. Let's go back to this Cameron triple a few possessions ago.
Fouls on number 21, Matthew Hammonds, his first.
Just had great passing around the perimeter.
Great passing, found the wide open man. I mean, that was gravity. Gravity just left for a minute there, Zach. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
The old doink and it pops down in. It's kind of like hitting the upright on a field goal and then it still is good.
Off the upright, down on the crossbar and in, yeah.
Exactly. Damian Daniels at the line, a senior out of Kansas City. Game number 104 in the career of Damian Daniels. Was on the Southland Conference all-defensive team a year ago, which could have been really almost anybody on the Abilene Christian team. Was also the 2021 Southland Conference Tournament MVP. As ACU beat Nichols on their way to the NCAA Tournament. As a 14 seed, they would take down 3rd seeded Texas before falling to the 11th seed UCLA in the 2nd round at Indianapolis. Jalen Balu trying to create, and I think he was out of bounds.
I don't think you could talk about Damian Daniels without talking about how aggressive he is when he plays. See him going down the court, clapping his hands, getting in the face of the offensive players too, and definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Makai Morris, corner three, got it. He can go and create his own shot, but boy, can he spot up and shoot it with anybody. In the paint, that's going to be real tough for these Yellow Jackets today. As Gillum lost the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Howard Payne. Back to the Morris three.
Contested shot, great extension from Morris. Get the ball up in the air and over the defender.
More subs into the ball game. Stevie Smith, number 13 for ACU. Allen's back out there at number 15 for Raha Kado-Dadu. Here is a rise and fire from Miles Kaler, the first 2-point basket for Howard Payne today. Kado-Dadu in the paint, offline on a baby hook. Harold Meyer going to drive into the crossover and try to figure something out in the lane.
No good handles on that one, but couldn't get the shot in.
Stevie Smith, no good on the mid-range. Kado-Dadu is fouled before the putback. Draws the foul on the floor. It's on Desmond Longino, the junior guard out of Louisiana. And so for Raha Kado-Dadu going to the line. And this is not a shooting foul, so it's a 1-and-1 bonus free throw. First one good, he'll get another. Started at New Mexico Military Institute, where he played 17 games a year ago. Native of Rwanda, a junior first-year Wildcat. ACU, Coy had talked about it in the offseason. A lot of the players that they had lost from last year's team were inside. They needed to go find some height here in the offseason coming into this year.
You went in, you filled your spots, you filled the gaps. Great job from Brett Tanner picking up this team where it was and continuing this great tradition that they've had of great defensive players from no matter where they come from.
Kaler, no good on a step back. But the guard spot was not the issue for ECU. They had all of them coming back. McGoughlin, he is gonna find Jackson, no good. Was doing the same thing. And Abilene Christian, one of the top defenses in the country. And again, a tune-up before the conference season begins. AC will have another one on Wednesday against Longwood, Division I Longwood, and then off they go into WAC play at the end of the month after Christmas. Picked off by Allen. Logan McLaughlin will launch. I think it's going to be poked off of the Yellow Jackets and out of bounds off of Desmond Longino, and it'll stay with ACU. Such valuable minutes here are going to be coming for these bench players that are role guys, but they're going to get lengthy minutes, you figure, today. Allen, no good. And a foul here.
Well, obviously, you've got to get guys minutes early on in the season. You don't want a situation to come up where, just like they're doing with right now, their top scorer is out, ACU. You look at the opponents they're going to have in WAC conference play, the New Mexico States, the Stephen F. Austins, the Sam Houstons. You're going to need to have these guys have some experience out on the court.
And so for Raha Cadeau to do at the line. No good on that first one, and he is now 5 out of 14 for the season at the stripe. But he gives ACU a 20-point lead. And we were here calling the game on Wednesday night when ACU defeated Cal State Bakersfield. And Corian Mason had come up a little gimpy in that one. It hurt his ankle a little bit in his leg. They were not going to, try that today in a game against a non-Division I opponent. And so, part of that process of getting other guys minutes is to make sure you don't put any stress on guys you don't have to put stress on. So you see Corian Mason on the bench. He will not play here today. To me, that feels like a no-brainer decision for Brett Tanner.
Definitely. I think you got a player as important as Corian Mason. You don't want to risk it at all. That's a dangerous game you'd be playing there, and definitely wouldn't worry too much about it, but nevertheless, important move.
Jackson Euros through. He stopped dribbling at the foul line. It didn't matter. Some kind of athletic talent. Meyer lost it. It's Allen defending, and now a whistle.
Not everybody can do a Euro step that clean.
This is something else. Watch this. Look at where he stops dribbling. A little spin on the backboard as well.
Years of practice right there, Zach.
Yeah, really fun to watch. That kid is going to have a bright future. 6.5 in this first. I tell you what, too, the schedule is interesting, and it wasn't supposed to be this way because of COVID that had canceled a few games for ACU. But to see 8 straight home games, very unique this time of year, and ACU really takes advantage of it because of the way they play on this facility. Daniels to Miller. He's got it.
Clean shot there from Miller. You talked about the facilities, Zach. They've played very well here. One of the most impressive Division I winning records.
Steele's going to try to clean up Miller's mess. Oh, and he got it to go. Cameron Steele. He's got 8 here in this first half. Yeah, now 19-0 in this facility since the start of last season. They played their closest game against anybody in this building on Wednesday, a 10-point win over CSU Bakersfield.
Just 10-point win, you know.
No
big
Daniel.
deal.
Did Daniels keep his footing? Oh, he only took 2 steps. He gets the layup.
He knows it too. Look at that reaction on his face.
We know that's good in the NBA. We weren't sure that would count here today. Score 2 for Daniels. Miller got his hand on it. Simmons gonna come up with it.
Give it to him. Yes.
They get it to, I think that basket's gonna count for steal.
Yep.
The assist from Morris, it almost went in off of Makai's shot.
Man, that play started with Reggie Miller on Miles Brown going up against the bigger man, getting that ball knocked down.
Frederick Watts had it stripped. It is turnover number 15 in the half for Howard Payne. Backside Simmons for Miller. Boy, the ball movement's pretty special, isn't it? Steal, late whistle, but a foul. He's going to shoot 2.
You keep that momentum up, you're going to be able to keep these teams tired.
It's a current 14-0 run for ACU. And Steele to the line. He had 8 free throw attempts coming into the week, and he's already at 10 foul shot attempts in these last 2 games now. Big week for Steele. He hits a couple, and Cameron Steele has 12 points for the Wildcats. Loose ball, Reggie Miller poked free.
Very impressive offensive showing from Cameron Steele.
Yeah, sophomore from Excelsior, Minnesota. ACU on a current 16-0 run. Uot Guy trying to add to it. Cameron put back for 2. Tobias Cameron's got 5 in the first half.
Great rebound from the Aussie under the net, put it back up.
Guy now 0 for 4 from the three-point line. So yeah, you got Guy from Australia, you got Cameron, Australia, New Zealand area.
Number 34, you want Guy, his first.
Aussies and Kiwis out here and making plays. Foul here, it's on Guy. Trying to drive was Jaron Godfrey. He's going to shoot 2. Godfrey, a sophomore out of Dayton, Texas. San Jacinto College transfer. He's in his 2nd year with these Yellow Jackets.
A lot of their starters are still out on the court. Still getting a lot of minutes here.
He's got another free throw coming. You know, it's an interesting situation last year for Howard Payne. A very forgettable 0-18 season. You know, obviously COVID riddled, up and down. You're not sure when you're going to play. It was just all kinds of stuff. They had to make the coaching change. They did do that. They bring in Nadir Dalla, who's, you know, beloved by Howard Payne, just a native of the school, or a graduate of the school, I should say, and a guy that they wanted in that area, local high school coach, and someone to recruit and get Texas kids. And at least, you know, the 3 wins already, a major improvement over what they had a year ago.
And I mean, that's the best part about rebuilding is you can only go up from there. Already a much better team than what we saw last year when this team came to town, and it's just great to see this.
Jalen Balu driving, kicking, corner 3. That is no good from Matthew Hammonds. Cameron kicks it, and Jay-Sean Jackson traveled with it. Sends it back Abilene, or to Howard Payne. The direction, Stevie Smith and Faraha Kado return to the ACU lineup. This is one of just 2 games going on across the WAC today. Chicago State, the only other one on this Sunday. They are taking on Drake. Did that earlier today on ESPN3. Very excited to have WAC hoops all season long on ESPN platforms each and every night. That's a corner three from Jared Godfrey.
Highly contested shot there. Stevie Smith all in his face. He got the shot in, though. Great job.
5 threes for Howard Payne in the first half. Cameron spots. Godfrey clears. Coming up at halftime, we'll break this.
So those early games, those were impressive showings from the Wildcats going up against two top conferences with their teams. And
yeah, they really battled Utah well. 70-56 was that final. And then at Texas A&M, they lost on a buzzer-beating three in double overtime. That was a game that Brett Tanner said they should have won.
And it was one of those shots that you look at and go, what is the percentage on that? How often do you see one of those go in?
And then it went the other way for them at UT Arlington to hit a three to send it to overtime to then win in OT.
Big win over a Sun Belt Conference team there, too.
That got the winning streak started. All of a sudden, it's 7 in a row. Stevie Smith off of his slang. Oh, no, deflected off of Howard Payne. It stays with ACU with 1:15 in the first half.
Into the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 3, Miles Taylor.
But boy, this league with Grand Canyon as good as they are. Winners of the WAC tournament a year ago. New Mexico State, spectacular. They're 9-2 to start the year. California Baptist is 8-2 to start it. McLaughlin's 3, no good. Cameron, I think he caught it with his face and then laid it back in. What a league this will be this year. The WAC, and you add teams like ACU and Stephen F. Austin and Sam Houston. It's going to be a spectacular league. Is it out of bounds or is it a foul? It's a foul on Jackson.
Foul number 2, Jayshon Jackson, his second.
Watching Brett Tanner's defense from the court side, I just have to mention, everywhere that ball is, there's a white jersey right next to it. It is just impressive to see how locked down this team can be.
Balu at the line. A senior from Port Arthur, Texas. He's in his 4th year with Howard Payne. Started at UNLV way back in the 2016-17 season. Made his way to Angelina College, where he played in 5 games, and then transferred to Howard Payne. Didn't play the first year, and he's played off the bench each of the last 3 seasons. McLaughlin in the corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ritter, nice board. And with no shot clock, they can hold for 1 if they want. But they're not gonna. They're gonna launch a 3, and it might have been altered from Kaler, and ACU's got 13 seconds and a foul.
Great hand in there by Logan McLaughlin. Made sure that shot had no chance of going in.
So this will be free throws. We have seen now, this will be free throws 23 and 24 total between both teams in the first half. Abilene Christian 16 out of 17 at the line as a team here in this first half.
Just under 94% free throw for them, something they were struggling with early on in the season.
Been great today. They were really good Wednesday night, too, in that win over CSU Bakersfield. They shot, ACU was 30 out of 40 in that game. 5 seconds, Jackson lays it in. And it takes us to halftime with authority. Howard Payne in particular, you just want to see, stay in it, don't do anything that, is the dumb turnovers or out of alignment or out of assignment. Just play ball, enjoy the first 5 minutes of the game, and try to improve on what they did in the first half. Because we talked about it at halftime, they'll take 23 first half points, I would think.
I mean, take some low percentage shots even, just have a little fun. Nothing wrong with it.
Ritter rise and fire, no. And if the shots don't go and you take some quality looks, like I think you're okay with that in a game like this, Because this game, no doubt, will make Howard Payne better the rest of the way. Cameron Steele. That's Miller. He's going to shoot 2. It's interesting. We saw 24 first half free throws. And 39 ticks into the second half, we're going to see the same.
I'm sure Coach Tanner wants to see them taking a lot of free throws in game 2. That's something that they struggled with early on. I've said that earlier, but here they are making a lot of them here at home.
And here's Reggie Miller at the line, a senior out of Houston. 3rd year with this program. Last year was on the all-defensive team in the Southland Conference. Was named to the Southland Conference All-Tournament team. Was the co-defensive player of the year in Dave Campbell's Texas Basketball Magazine. And now a foul on Miller defensively, as Jalen Balu tried to drive around him.
Number 10, Reggie Miller, his first, team first of the second half.
Reggie's one of those guys that his defense fit this team so well. And it is really a big spark of how they play as a whole.
Frederick Watts, nice little step back, long 2.
Got the ball, got a great look there, Watts, and great shot.
Makai Morris, an extra step out, no good. Watts clearing. Well, and we know why everybody takes extra steps out to shoot the ball these days. And I think without question it's because of a guy named Steph Curry, who recently became the NBA's all-time leader in three-pointers made. Someone who's completely changed the game of basketball.
Well, I mean, you look back at basketball in the 90s, you have your inside scorers.
Like Cameron Steele.
Exactly. But you had your David Robinsons, you had your Tim Duncans, but you go forward and you look now, there's kids practicing three-point shooting as if it's their key to their game, and in a lot of people it is.
Tapped out of bounds. Sticks with the Yellow Jackets, and returning to the lineup is Malachi Gillum, the freshman out of Amarillo, Texas. Gonna get Godfrey open for 2. Chance to run. Daniels, fastest guy on the floor most nights. Ball's deflected. It's gonna stay with Abilene Christian. So you got these guys out there, right? Daniels and Miller and Simmons. Miller's got a career 102 steals. Oh, there's a 3 for Reggie. So Miller's stolen the ball 102 times. Damian Daniels has 127 career steals. Arion Simmons has almost 100. He's at 77 career steals coming in. These guys just take it from you.
And the Division I statistics, you look through it, they're sprinkled all throughout it, but what you see there is consistency.
Ball deflected, stolen. It's Balu. He had it stripped off of Balu, out of bounds.
And for the Wildcats, number 11, Tobias Cameron.
What a smart play by Miller. Just knows how to get back and play D.
Saw Reggie talking to him a little bit there afterwards. He will stick to you like glue.
Morris lost it out of bounds.
And for Howard Payne, number 10, Reese Ritter.
Reese Ritter returns to the lineup, the sophomore from Grand Prairie, Texas. On this Sunday afternoon, it's amazing. ACU's playing in non-Division I. They're up by nearly 40, and they're still diving on the floor trying to go get a loose ball.
That's a big part of this team is they play very, very hard. You'll see it every time they take the court, they will play to an end.
And it never stops for 40 minutes.
They're a machine. It's easy to put it, they're a machine.
Balu trying to turn and spin. Who's this foul on? Gonna get it on Damian Daniels of ACU off the ball.
Fouls on number 4, Damian Dangos, his second, team second.
A little bit of fun after the foul there.
Fadeaway, Godfrey.
Nine for him today.
Nice backdoor pass. Simmons finds Cameron.
Arion just pitched it through the alley there, got the ball.
Travel on Balu. And what a sweet pass that was from Simmons behind his head like that.
You can't do it any better than that, Zach.
.39 advantage. Well, let's see if Simmons wants to do it again. He does. It's Morris. They've been back-to-back pretty nifty assists. Cameron knows. Simmons, well, I'll just score instead. Arion Simmons. What a player he is.
Talk about this ball movement, how aggressive ACU is. There's a rhythm to it, Zach. There's beauty in the chaos in how they play.
Taint any of that information. ACU back to work on offense. There's that courtside camera as Jay Sean Jackson brings it into this front court. Trying to create on offense. Cameron has a three in the game. Finds Yuan Guy, lays it in.
Yuan Guy on the assist from Tobias Cameron.
Right under the net. He could have just set that in if he wanted to.
It is, well, I'll say it after this shot. It is Watts for three. He's an impressive player. This grad student out of Channel View, Texas. It is a night and day difference from this Howard Payne team that we saw a year ago, team that we finished 0-18. This team has talent on it, and they play hard for their coach.
Well, the future looks good for them. You know, you got a couple people who are going to graduate soon or leave the team, but you look at it and you say, hey, this draws a lot of attention to us. Hey, we put 30, 34 points up on a team that's dominating defensively. It's always something to write home about.
Oh, there's McLaughlin in transition. Turns on the afterburners and lays it in. Oh, deflected right back to Balu. Baseline look for Gillum. They just don't give up on a possession.
Oh, he put those hands up like it was instinct. That was fantastic stuff. That's years of practice right there.
Cameron turns. I don't know if that was a shot or a lob to Guy. He is no good. Balu had it stripped. McLaughlin sprinting the other way. And Watts is going to foul him.
Fouls on number 35, Eric Watts, his first.
Guy's one of those people that you think if you put the ball in the air, he's going to be able to get it somehow.
Yeah, 6'11" out of Melbourne, Australia. Started at South Plains College in Texas. ACU got word of this talented junior, went and got him, and he gets a board here, puts it back in after the Allen miss.
Spoke that one into existence.
I tell you what, though, this Howard Payne team, in the American Southwest Conference, look, nobody was going to pick them anywhere but last. That's a charge taken by ACU. Of course they were going to get picked last. We'll talk about it in a second. That's the charge taken by Jackson. But Mary Hardin Baylor, good program at Division III. They were picked to win that league. Hardin Simmons out of right here in Abilene, Texas. But Howard Payne there at the bottom. They're going to be players. And, you know, they're already off to a 2-5 start in that conference. Going to get a lot of those conference games under their belt and see how they do here in this 2021 season.
you can't go without mentioning, they're putting up fights, though, in these games. They're not exactly just letting them go. They are putting up a good fight there every now and then for a chance to really improve. I mean, we've said it, this is night and day from what we saw last year.
Coming off of a loss yesterday, I think it's very much worth noting that this team played last night at East Texas Baptist to then turn around and play an afternoon game or late afternoon game the next day at a different site on the road. Very hard to do. Stevie Smith and wide.
Clean as can be on that and one Stevie Smith. Goes for the Euro, didn't have enough room, but got it anyways.
Chance at a three-point play for the junior out of Seattle, Washington. Started at the College of Southern Idaho. Played a couple of years there. Loose ball from Hammonds. Another loose ball. Brown, fadeaway. Smith again. He's got 5 in a row.
Highly contested shot. There are 3 guys under the rim, but great shot there from Smith.
All holiday. The end of December. We're putting a bow on 2021. Abilene Christian trying to win 8 straight games before they'll have one more next Wednesday. Cameron Steele in the paint. A career afternoon for the 6'8" sophomore.
Tack onto that career high, make it 82 for the Wildcats. Not 82, but 80 also.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
T-O-O. Yeah.
Gotta be careful. Cameron Steele is just all over this court.
And he's already got a career best 16 points. Can he spin and score a couple more? Yes, he will. Open 3, that is no good from Matthew Hammonds. And I think it's so easy. Daniel's good. It's so easy in a game like this. All right, well, I'm just going to come down and jack up a 3. And the coaches obviously still want to see you run the half-court set, make a play happen. You know, then this starts to happen. It kind of gets out of control.
But you got to think this is the calmest that people will see Brett Tanner all season long.
No kidding. Daniel's corner 3. Oh, man. He cannot buy one this year from the outside. 2 for 23 for the season. The ball's out of bounds.
Maybe at this point just trying to find some sort of rhythm going into conference play.
Your thoughts on ECU heading into conference play in a week and a half or so? I think this team is going to be a real player in the WAC. What are your thoughts?
They are. I think that there's a lot of people looking down on them, but I think they have a good chance of going out and winning. Of course, you talked about Grand Canyon, Sam Houston, Stephen F. New Mexico State with former Nebraska Cornhusker Teddy Allen out there just trying to survive in a conference of scorers. They've got the defense to do it.
I knew you were going to get that Nebraska reference in there before the broadcast ended. It's well done. 9:37 to go. And I want to allude to something you pointed to earlier in the broadcast. I think the schedule this December has been kind of unique in some ways. ACU doesn't get a lot of quality Division I competition to Abilene, Texas, and I feel like both men's and women's programs have done a great job of that this year in December. There's been some really fun opponents here in Teague for both the men's and women's teams.
Well, you bring in Drexel, former tournament team, and you come in, you dominate them. You got to be feeling really high about yourself, but also last Wednesday, just competitive teams that are being brought in at the early part of the season where you're normally going to see games like this. Really something of note for future.
And our women's team bringing in Oral Roberts and UTSA, and then obviously, excuse me, and then obviously even today for ACU bringing in Northern Colorado. That women's side as well. That's exciting December hoops, is when you get those mid-major non-conference matchups.
You talk about this WAC conference in mid-major, I mean just fantastic schools all throughout it.
Simmons, no. Oh, the bench was ready to go. Absolutely bonkers.
Big man wanted a three. Just short, though.
Little under 9 minutes to go as ACU is ready to cap off 8 straight victories.
Arion Simmons, someone who really come into his own in the past year and a half or so. Great play from him for the Wildcats.
Back to Stevie Smith. He's had fun on the interior, then Simmons putting it back.
Nice and casual from Simmons.
12-0 run for Abilene Christian. They're shooting 50% today. Jacob Helzer turns, no good. Morris takes glass. What a move.
Nice and clean, found the inside.
He can really score it at all 3 levels. Smith taps it free. Win today for ACU would tie their longest winning streak in their Division I era. Being 8 consecutive wins. They did it last year in conference play. Abilene Christian finished 24-5 a season ago and 13-2 in the Southland Conference.
I'm sure it's been heard all throughout the WAC. This team's going to be one to really have to handle, and having them come to town is not going to be a fun evening for any team.
Well, the important things are continuing to execute, getting better, and then obviously staying healthy and wrapping up these final 7 minutes throughout this game. Oh, it's a 3. It's Jay Sean Jackson. Bodying up in the paint and a foul call as Desmond Longino is going to go to the line.
A lot of extension on that hook shot there.
The Jackson 3.
Seen it over and over again today. This ACU team does a fantastic job of getting the shots over the defender.
And this is Longino at the line, junior out of Louisiana. Started at Louisiana College in Pineville. NAIA school, played 1 year there, transfers to Howard Payne. He played 6 years of varsity basketball. In high school, was a first and second team all-district. Middle school years, they wanted him on that varsity team. He was that good.
Basketball is an interesting sport at all levels. How people advance through it. You have guys coming in that have played 6, 12 years at a competitive level. Always something good to add to a program.
Loose, Smith's got it. Oh, and he missed the dunk. Oh, man.
Brutal opportunity there. Makes it up with the steal, though.
And then gives it back. Kaler lays it in.
Miles Kaler.
15 to shoot it. It's Allen feeding for Raha Kado Dadu. Smith may have gotten a steal and then stepped out of bounds.
He has been playing full speed since missing that time.
I was looking at my notes and peeking at, we were talking about WAC earlier, right? The WAC preseason poll. And Abilene Christian was picked 5th. And I think, I think some people around Abilene were thinking, that seems low, right? And, well, new conference. Does everybody know you in a coach's poll? There's a lot to dissect there. Allen's going to go and lay it in. There's about 5 minutes left. New Mexico State was picked to win the league. Just a great program there. Then you got, Grand Canyon, Stephen F. Austin, Utah Valley, who's had great non-conference. They beat BYU earlier this year. It just there are so many good teams. I can't wait to see how it shakes out in year 1 in the new conference for Abilene Christian, and in particular those other schools that moved from the Southland Conference too, with Sam Houston, Stephen F. Austin, and Lamar.
You get to move conferences. You get to keep your rivals, but also this conference tournament's going to be fantastic.
So good.
Every game will be probably very, very close, and that's something to look forward to.
Well, there's 13 teams in this conference. 10 of them can go to the conference basketball tournament, and you do have 3 schools that are currently ineligible due to them being in the transition from Division II to Division I. You got Tarleton, who's still in the transition. Dixie State, who's still in the transition. California Baptist, who's still in the transition. So, what does that look like for these teams? Is it just going to be those 10 that are eligible that then will go and have a fun week in Vegas in March? Free throws coming for Harold Myert, the junior from Austin, Texas. And what ACU will also do today is go to 20-0 in the Teague Center. This is a place that they'll be in through the rest of this season. They had it all of last year before they open up the currently being renovated Moody Coliseum. I mean, what a way to be in a temporary facility, to not lose a single game so far. That's just crazy.
It's something you hear a buzz about around campus too, is, what if they do go undefeated in the Teague era? Something to look forward to for this team. Just shows a fantastic program, and even a big transition last year. You lose your big seniors, but you also have your head coach go to UT El Paso, but fantastic.
And it's Uat Guy for 3. How about this? It is his first make of the season from downtown.
And he couldn't be any cleaner than that.
Upcoming schedule, ACU's got Longwood next Wednesday, 7 o'clock here at the Teague Center, and then they're going to head to Utah after Christmas. Then New Year to open WAC play, Utah Valley and Dixie State before SFA's in town. All of the games right here on ESPN+.
I'm sure everybody will want to watch that Stephen F. Austin game. 2 teams with a lot of bad blood between them.
That's never a bad one when those two get together, isn't it?
Last year, Reggie Miller with the short pass inside to get the bucket.
Logan McLaughlin converts. Charge. John Hammonds. Let's go back to the 3. You a guy.
Absolutely perfect shot there. I mean,
Number 21, Matthew Hammonds, his second.
Through and through.
Into the game, number 23, Desmond Longino.
All right, so now we're on scoreboard watch here. ACU's season high is 108. They did that against the University of Dallas on the 1st of this month. They're at 104. We'll see. Oh, it's Guy. He can do it from the outside, and he can hammer it down.
And it's not that hard when you don't have to elevate that much. Goes up and down, perfect. Perfect read, perfect pass, everything in between. Guy's one of these people that the students at ACU have really latched onto as one of their favorites.
Miles Kaler missing, rebound here. Second chance, Longino blocking foul, he's gonna shoot two. Foul on Cadeau Dudu.
Fouls on ACU's number 15 for Cadeau Dudu, his second. At the line, number 23, Desmond Longino.
And so these Yellow Jackets will head to UT Arlington for a game next Wednesday. Another exhibition. This one counts as that one as well. Then the road trip continues at Concordia, Texas, at Mary Hardin Baylor. It's in the midst of 7 in a row.
Cassie.
ACU on offense. Up by 63. It's Jackson.
Jason Jackson with the layup.
As we approach a minute to go, and ACU has indeed matched that season high. Let's see if they want to set a new one. That's an and one, and they're there. It's 110 points, and McLaughlin a chance at a three-point play.
Fouls on number 21, Matthew Hammonds, his third. For the
Aggressive drive in there. This team is just shown a type of aggression this season that maybe you haven't seen from them in the past few years. And they're going to need it going into conference play.
110 points altered away from Helzer. Into the paint, ball's loose. Stevie Smith's got it. He is fouled. So the 111 is the most points in a game for ACU since November 16th of 2017. They scored 112 against Howard Payne. So a chance to tie that here for Stevie Smith. Smith gets the free throw, and 112, matching the most in a game in 4 years for ACU. Jumper no good, and
with clock winding down, though, you got to mention the 43 points from Howard Payne, though.
100%.
I mean, night and day a program that definitely is looking at the upside of things now, and great to see for them.
I think the shot clock will expire before the main clock does. So they'll have to do the obligatory, make sure there's 0.2 or whatever should stay on the clock. Yeah, so there should be about